Good evening. It's 6:30, so we'll bring this meeting to order. This is the 2020 deliberative session for the Penny-Baker Regional School District. I welcome you all here. My name is Quentin Blaine. I'm the district moderator. And we'll open with the Pledge of Allegiance. There's a flag on the wall there. Pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Are there any people here who are not voters in the district, regional school district? Okay, thank you. And anyone who is a voter, please make sure you've checked into the supervisor's little checklist. The purpose of this meeting is to review the warrant articles that were proposed by the school board, and we can discuss, ask questions, and offer amendments, proposed amendments to them. Excuse me, the only thing we'll vote on tonight, if there is an amendment, we'll vote on that. Otherwise, if there's no amendment, we will move to the next article, and the article will be on the ballot at the March 10 town elections. And if there's no amendment, it will be on as written and proposed by the school board, and if there's an amendment, then it would be as amended. Please address all questions, comments through the moderator, and whenever you would like to speak, please use the microphone, and each time you do, please state your name, the town in which you live. So we'll begin with Article 1, to negotiate and execute tuition contracts, to see if the school district will vote to authorize the school board to negotiate and execute such tuition contracts as the board may determine advisable for students inside or outside of the Penny-Baker Regional School District. The school board recommends this article. Is there a motion?
Mr. Moderator, I move the article.
So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
It's moved and seconded. So the Article 1 is now on the floor. If anybody has any questions or comments or proposed amendments, now would be the time. Seeing none, Article 1 will appear on the ballot as proposed by the school board. Which brings us to Article 2, School Board Contingency Fund. To see if the school district will vote to establish a contingency fund in accordance with the revised statutes annotated 198:4-B, such contingency fund to meet the cost of unanticipated expenses that may arise during the year, and further, to raise and appropriate the sum of $1,000 for such contingency fund. The school board recommends this article. Is there
Mr. Moderator, I'd like to move the article.
Okay, it's moved. Is there a second? Okay, moved and seconded. So Article 2 is on the floor, open for discussion, questions, or proposed amendments. Once again, I don't see any discussions, questions, or proposed amendments, so Article 2 will appear on the ballot as written. This brings us to Article 3, the operating budget. Shall the Penny-Baker Regional School District vote to raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations by special warrant articles and other appropriations voted separately, the amount set forth on the budget posted with the warrant or as amended by vote of the first session for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $15,772,934. Should this article be defeated, the default budget shall be $15,490,719, which is the same as last year, with certain adjustments required by previous action of the Penny-Baker Regional School Board or by law. For the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 40:13, Roman numerals 10 and 16, to take up the issue of the revised operating budget only. This sum excludes the sums in warrant Article 2. The school board recommends this article. Is there a motion?
I move it.
Okay, it's been moved. Is there a second? And it's been seconded. Thank you for the Taylors for offering those seconds. Are there any questions or is there any discussion? Mrs. Taylor.
First of all, on
Please state your name and the town of residence.
Fran Taylor, Holderness. In the general fund on the white sheet here, there's no money projected for catastrophic aid. I wonder if someone could explain to me what the formula is for catastrophic aid these days.
Mr. Halloran?
Looking at me, Mrs. Taylor. Catastrophic aid formula of the state is for a special ed program that is 3.5 times above the average tuition cost, per pupil cost, that the state will then reimburse the community. It's supposed to be at 100%, but it's been running much less than that, probably in the 60-70% area right now. So we're any special ed cost up over and above has a significant impact on the district.
And you do have a few students placed out of district
We do.
full-time?
We do.
So that's quite an expense to the
Yes.
district?
Yes, ma'am.
With little or no help from the state. In fact, no help from the state.
Right now, it's not projected there because the programs are cost underneath what that cap is.
I have another question for you. I think, no, it's for
Go right ahead.
Mr. Parsons. Do we have any new programs introduced in this budget?
No, none,
Are there any program cuts?
none.
So it's pretty much
Intact.
this
Correct.
intact.
There'll be a reduction in teachers for that, at least 2.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions or discussion or amendments? Seeing none, Article 3 will appear on the ballot as written. Which brings us to the end of the 3 articles that we had tonight. I know the chair would like to make a statement, so I'll turn the floor over to her.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Mr. Halloran,
Yes.
on behalf of the board, I just wanted to thank you for all that you have done for the high school.
Oh, thank you. It's been my
Can you use the
pleasure.
microphone, can you, please, so we can be heard better?
Is it on?
I don't think it's on, Captain. I didn't.
Oh, that button.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you.
I just wanted to thank Mr. Halloran on behalf of the school board for all that he has done for the high school. You've been superintendent for my tenure here, and it has been a pleasure and an honor to have worked with you.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair, and it's been a great time. And I want to thank the community for their generosity and their courtesy and their patience. But it's been great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone?
I have a question. Just, I'm Kate Hanson from Holderness. I am very disappointed at the turnout of voters here. And I did not see a lot of advertisement in the paper. I saw posted notes, the legal posted notes. And I'm wondering what effort is made to get the press to know about this meeting? And what can we do in the future to get the public, especially you would think that people who have high school children would want to know what.
We're beyond the meeting right now, but the question, Mr. Mark, if you would want to
Sure.
respond to that question about what
Right, we
advertising
do,
is done.
Kay,
Yes.
get to see you from behind that pole. We do obviously all the legal posting. It goes on to the media access channel. It's on with the help of Fran Taylor. It's on the websites. I don't think that this turnout is unique to the Pemmy-Baker district. I think today, I believe in today's Concord Monitor, there was a story about small crowds in deliberative sessions across the whole central part of the state. So I think that a lot of us talked about this when we entered into this form of government. I know Mrs. Taylor spoke at length about it. The upside of it is we have more people voting now than we've ever had because they're voting in the communities on election day. So I think there's more participation at that level. But and I also hope that with the help of the cable access TV, all of our meetings are on television, and the budget deliberations have gone on since October. And I think that if somebody were following us on TV and getting the materials off the website, they would know exactly what was going on. So we're doing, I think that we can always do more, but I think that we've done what we can do. But I have to tell you, I think sometimes as I walk around Plymouth, a lot of people come up to me. They are watching cable television. So it's not a secret what goes on. And I think Bruce and his staff do a very good job on a daily basis with notes back to families and the use of the high school website. So I think the families are fairly informed. We get great turnouts. We just had step-up night for the new, the 8th graders coming into their freshman year. They were here a week ago Monday, and we had a great turnout. So
We also do a mailing, Mr. Allen.
We do a mailing, and I expect when the quarter grades come out, we mail those personally, and I do a big piece on the front page of the Bobcat Bee, letting them know.
but we do get pretty good crowds at our district meetings that we have for the elementary schools too. And the high school materials are always there. We print a booklet with all of this information that everyone has access to prior to going into the voting booth, and those are spread out in all of the communities. So I hope that helped.
It's back to the adage of you can lead a horse to a tree, but you can't get him to climb it, right? Dink.
Luke Taylor, voters, offer a free meal.
Well, this is an interesting discussion, and I hope that it carries on so that we do our best to get as many people out to the meetings as possible, but this particular meeting is adjourned.